Hello, I have just started this stream. Today we are going to be talking about something, a new story that came of the coronavirus, and something that China wants to remove from Copenhagen, which looks like something from Babylon. But let me just share you guys the screen. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, 2 seconds. Need to. We are first going to talk about the coronavirus, and then there's other thing. Let me just split the screen up here so I can look at what people are writing. Where now? 2 seconds. There we go. How many are we in the stream? So we're going to be talking about coronavirus. We are going to be talking about coronavirus today, and about something that Copenhagen needs, something that China asks Copenhagen to remove, which looks pretty much like something for Babylon, I would say. The Great Babylon. It really looks something like that. I'm just gonna wait if some people are. Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Or could you not hear me before? In case I'm just going to be restarting this article in case. I'll just find this. Yes, 2 seconds. I need to. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can all of you hear me? Can all of you hear me? Alright, good, good. I think you can hear me, right? You can hear me, hopefully. Study confirms new coronavirus can infect without symptoms. The study finally determines the issue, says a US specialist. The new coronavirus from Wuhan in China can transmit from one person to another, even if the first person has not yet had the symptoms. It shows an example from German, according Germany, according to a new study published by the New England General. Summit met a businesswoman from Shanghai who was in Germany from January 19 to 22, where she met with company near she near Monchi. She was healthy throughout the stay and showed no sign or symptoms of infection, but on the flight back to China she became ill and was later tested positive for the new coronavirus transit called 2019 no no double. Immediately afterwards, four employees of the German company were tested positive for the virus. Only two of them had contacted the Singapore Rural. Okay, so I will read you when I'm just done with this word here. Only two of them had connected the Shanghai woman. The other two had not, but they had contacts with one of the two who had there. Okay, yeah. Hey guys, hope all is well with you today. So proud of you and your page. Thank you for the good feedback, Crystal Gipris. I hope I'm saying it right. Also, he all in the chat love and prayers. Yes, prayers are important. Prayers are priceless. Variety who China, and on the end of the stream we are going to be praying for those people. And Hurry Fonsi, who is a CNA leading bicycle can this thing stop? Inference disease has read the study and contributed that there is now no double the symptoms-free transmission of the 2019 no coronavirus. The study will finally determine the issue of the doctor of the U.S. National International of Allergics and Infection Diseases told CNN. Not CNN, that all fake news. The Germany study is one of many new studies that are constantly depending now that the virus outbreak has been known for well over a month. In China, 11,700 people are infected. Probably way more and more. That's a lie. There's way more people infected. It cannot only be it cannot be only 11,000 that are infected. Way more people are infected with the new coronavirus, according to the latest figures from the country's Minister of Health and probably way more people are dead when you see them basically falling and dying. There's way more than 259 people that are dead. Also, he all in the chat and prayers, yes. Crystal Gusby. Profit blessings, my friend. You too. God bless you. While home to Denmark, while the infection is spreading in China, a large number of countries are working to evacuate their nationals from the virus-plagued countries. Denmark on Friday brought 4 people connected to Denmark home from Wuhan, and foreign minister expects 10 other Danes to land in Denmark Sunday. I'm not excited for that. I'm not excited that they are bringing them back because it may spread the disease to Denmark. We will find. I will update you in case something happens. All throughout, it has been shown in the Germany study that people can become infected during the incubation period. The Danes are not quarantined when they came. So yeah, Denmark didn't quarantine the people that came to Denmark, so it may leave a risk for that this virus actually can spread in Denmark. The prophet ESEZ1. I still pray for you family every time I see your name. Oh yeah. Crystal God bless you. God bless you. God bless you all. That's great news. Thanks, Tammy AZB. I hope I'm saying your names right. In Germany, France, and several other countries, infected citizens are quarantined. So basically, what this article is talking that studies confirm new coronavirus can infect without symptoms. So this virus can infect without symptoms. The figure I'm most concerned is about Denmark right now. My country has made, I would say, a big mistake about those people that came to Denmark, because when they arrived, Denmark had not quarantined the people, and they are probably now in their home. So the virus has may actually been the virus can actually maybe is already spreading, because they are not quarantining the people, and they weren't even scanning the people when they arrived in Denmark. So that's a pretty stupid mistake. That's pretty stupid of Denmark. I see already. I did another earlier a stream today about how Denmark is spying on their people, and this just makes me even more creepier now that they didn't actually quarantine those people when they arrived to Denmark. So the virus may actually be spreading in Denmark. I don't know, but maybe. And next article, China. 2 seconds now. I just need to reload this article so we can get the right video. I will just pause and I'm gonna show this video. Should be quarantined for sure. Yes, that's what I thought. Yes, that's what I also thought. It's a bit stupid of them, and I'm gonna go back see if I can find an article from yesterday. They don't, but I want to finish this one now. China praises, and now I need to translate this to English. 2 seconds. Yeah, so let me just translate it. There we go. China presses Copenhagen Municipality to remove a statue. On January, this article is from yesterday at 21:15 p.m. Europe time. I'm gonna watch the video, but I'm gonna watch the video. I think this statue looks something from Babylon. The statue looks something that came from Babylon. I'm gonna go in full. It looks something that came from Babylon, I would say. You see, yeah, they're gonna get a bit closer, so and there's actually no sound anyway, so yeah, it just looks like you can see all some dead people are laying there, all naked. That statue really looks sinful. I don't see mask, this, and this. They're having all masks and all are just laying up in the pier. It just looks something like that is from Babylon. And this that is, I don't know if they have it already removed it or not. Yeah, you see all them masks they are having. All these people are just laying there with all these cans. And I'm gonna go to the article now. The embassy has tried to pressure the city of Copenhagen to remove statues supporting Hong Kong protesters. The Chinese embassy in Denmark has preceded the city of Copenhagen, which is the capital city of Denmark, to remove the as circumambulance the cases square in front of Carlsberg. On January 23rd, an 8-meter high statue. Holy crap! Yes, Yes, Tema is. Does it not? It look. I would say that thing looks something that's from Babylon. It really does look like something that's come straight up from Babylon. On January 23, an 8-meter high sculpture made by a Danish artist, Jan Relhus, will be exhibited at the Castle Square, which will provide moral support to the protesters in Hong Kong and force on the use of force against them. The day before, on January 22, a representative of the Chinese embassy considered the city of Copenhagen, which has authorized the artwork. The embassy stated that they found the status misleading in relation to the infectious situation in Hong Kong, and that the statue was regarded as an interference with internally Chinese concerns, according to Yalen's person in the telephone note prepared by the Municipality. The embassy made it clear in the telephone concerned that the statue would be particular offense to many Chinese tourists visiting the people's parliament, that could pose a security risk. Moreover, the statue would be determined to Danish-Chinese relations and the French relationship between Chinese and Danish people. The embassy mentioned that it would be wise to withdraw the license for the statue, says General Trebehave. It looks gross. Yes, it looks gross. The prophet is. I would say it looks really something that came out of Babylon. Pierre Cresco, member of the Bureau of the Parliament, calls the Chinese embassy's behaving. They can pick it amazing how they think they can command around with our government. She tells the Just Land Post. Foreign Agent Minister Jeb Kofod S. writes an email to the newspaper that the Chinese embassy naturally has the opportunity to expose its opportunities and views, but also what to make it clear that in the end it must not result in a particular that is contrary to Danish law, says the foreign minister. He notes that the Chinese wish was not fulfilled by the city of Copenhagen. The artwork is scheduled to be on the Place Square until April. Okay, that's until April 21. I'm actually gonna go there and I'm gonna be filming that statue and seeing and just having the Bible with me and exposing that. Probably tomorrow. I'm going there in front of the statue. I'm gonna take my word with God with me, and I'm gonna see if I can live stream or some. If I can live stream, I will not be able to live stream on YouTube, or I will live stream on another platform so I can expose it in more detail. The Chinese embassy has not returned on Julie Land's inquiry. The Copenhagen Municipal Finance Ambitions informs the newspaper that is not formed. But I wonder how long the statue has actually been there. Let me actually see. Actually, China. I actually want to know how long the statue actually has been there, because if it has been there for a few months, Chinese embassy was screwed. That's all for me. Already. I just want to find out if I can find out how long that statue actually has been there. The day before, on January 22, a response of Chinese embassy. 2 seconds. So, 2 seconds. We'll need to check it. I was checking this more up on my phone also. So this statue has basically been there in I don't know when exactly it was, when it actually came on, because if this came on 2019 or something, then that must be a sign. Well, isn't there another place where they say when the statue has actually been put up? That's what I'm wondering. Or can we maybe see it on the statue? Well, yeah, it looks pretty gross. Yeah. Yeah, just I wanna know when this statue came up. That's all. What I wanna know, when was this statue made? Human rights. We should believe in God. That's what we should not. We should not be worshipping this. We should believe in God. I just wonder, when was this made? That's all what I'm wondering. When was this made? Was it put there up on then January 3rd, or I really don't know. I really don't know when did they. But this probably have taken quite a bit of time to make this statue. I guess it's probably something that could have easily taken a month to make or something. So I guess, and it just if this was being made in 2019, then this is a sign that that there's that this is a basically was a prediction, because you see all them wearing a mask, gas mask. It all looks gross. It all looks something like from Babylon. It really does look something from Babylon. And I actually want to go there and expose this, because this looks so evil. Looks so evil. The statue looks gross because basically they're all naked. And Denmark has a lot of statues that are naked. Denmark has a lot of sinful statues that are naked. But this is a bit this is actually that surprised me a bit with the statue when I saw it yesterday, but I didn't have time to stream it because there was some other more important. And this one is this actually one I think this is actually a bit funny that that this is. I'm just gonna translate this to Denmark so we can understand. Warm winter, the catfishes has arrived early than ever. Though this is in Denmark. The winter has been very hot, so the North Jutland fishermen have already got their bites into the nets. A spring announced has arrived in Denmark, in Danish waters, earlier this year than ever before. The lobster, and especially the rue, is directly the North Jutland fishermen have already received a large numbers in January. Usually the season for catfish starts about around October 1st, but this year it's different. It is because we have been so hot in January, and the wave and the water's temperatures is so hot, says fishermen. Yeah, the mic is hot. I was outside when I was showing you in the oldest stream about how many cameras there are in Denmark. I had my jacket on. I had a bigger. I wasn't freezing. I was not freezing. It's really unusual, and you can already see in Denmark that the plants are starting to spring. The plants are starting to spring. I've never seen it. It normally happens in May that we see this extreme January. Yes, this is this. I'm really starting to see that in Denmark. Because last year there was a lot of biblical stuff, but this year in Denmark has been a lot of biblical stuff. And I don't think this is global warming. I don't believe in the global warming. The global warming is just a part of Agenda 21. The thing is that we are living the last time is now. You should accept Christ before it is too late. Never before in the meteorology history in Denmark has a January been as hot as this year. It has. This winter has been. This winter has been. 2 seconds. I just want to see if I can show you guys. My terrace is. Oh yeah, there is a bit I can show you. There is a bit I can show you. Let me just fire my phone up and just connect to this Streamlabs so I can show you what I mean. 2 seconds. Let me just. So we're gonna be start joining the Streamlabs. If anyone wants to morning biblical ways, new my brother. God bless you. You too. It's not morning for me. For me, it's afternoon. It's for almost 5 p.m. here. But I got good morning to all of you good morning to all of you in America. And for those who have just arrived, we have talked about Corona can now spread without symptoms, without showing symptoms, and about a very gross statue in Denmark and how the spring, how hot this year, how hot it has been in Denmark. I'm just going to be joining here. on my phone right now to this stream, so 2 seconds. Oh, I need real quick to set myself an invite to the stream. No, where could I set an invite here? 2 seconds. Invite. If someone wants to, if someone wants to come on this stream on StreamYard, then just type in the chat, and I may invite you to a call. But just gonna invite myself here so I can show my webcam. There we go. Yeah, 5 people are watching. Thanks for all of the support that you are giving me. As allowing. Yeah, now I'm just joining this. Well, there's maybe a bit extra. I'm just going to turn up the sound real quick. And move this so yeah, you can. So this is me. So I'm just gonna show you. Hey. Okay, this audio may just be around annoying right now. I'm just going to say that I'm just gonna switch over my phone. I'm gonna show you how hot it's in Denmark. This is the shoes that I need to get my shoes off and go on into my balcony. See that we are in the golden spring. Hey there. So yes. Oh, it was excellent. Whew. It actually was pretty warm outside. 2 seconds just. There we go. I'm just gonna flip so you can see me. Oh, and how do I fix this? Is it better now? Just trying to make so I cannot hear myself. And you probably also can, it's now echoing. Is there a way I can fix that? 2 seconds. I'm just gonna stop this then. Okay, so yes, so I have 5 people watching this stream. God bless you all that are watching this stream. And how are things in the United States right now? How's so we're just trying to do. So yeah, in Denmark we are already seeing spring a month early. What? This article is basically from today. This article is from today. I'm just gonna translate this. Over 10 degrees where have the second warmest start of February in 136 years. The prophet ES1. Yes, he is here. He is here. If someone wants to come on this stream, or if someone wants to be a part of this stream on Streamlabs, then just type in the chat and I can insert your invite. Over 10 degrees have the second warmest start of the February in 146 years. Both in Copenhagen and Bornholm, it was the second warmest start to February since 1874, after a record-breaking January with experienced an unusually warm start to February with temperatures above 10 degrees, and how much is that in the, let me just put this in so you can see how much it is in Fahrenheit. So about 50 degrees Fahrenheit was there this month January. Yes, it is warm air from the southwest that flows up over Denmark, which on Saturday has given us high temperature, warmest on morn onto Saturday in afternoon. The highest temperature is measured in Trestrup, the land where the temperature have shown 10 degrees, so 50 Fahrenheit. While in Copenhagen it has been 10 degrees, so we have 10 Fahrenheit, so 50 Fahrenheit. This is, but this is not global warming. Global warming is a big hoax. The truth is that we are living in the biblical last days. That's all. So yes, I want to see if I can real quick pull this. I'm just going to set real quick a video that I've recorded. I want to show you today. I've recorded it earlier. I'm just gonna find it real quick. I'm just gonna send it to my. I'm just going to be sending this to my Gmail, and then I'm going to be showing this video to you guys. So where is? 2 seconds. Or can I just do? What is the easiest way to do? The easiest way is, yes. I'm just going to be showing you a video that I filmed earlier today outside. I just need to move it up on my computer from my phone real quick. It will probably take 5 minutes or so. And again, if someone wants to join my stream and be a part of this stream, then just type in the comment. I have the new rush order of Herberts coming. Oh great, the prophet is the one. God bless you. God bless all of you. I'm just sending. Where is my phone here? See if I just real quick and pull up this video. Who's looking for it? If you have any question, drop in to say God bless you and give support. Have things to do. Till later, bro. Peace. You too. God bless you. Just finding this real quick. I will be in a moment. Hopefully, it's loading all my. I really need to clean up in my photo album. I can see. I have too many photos. It'll take a moment, I think, to find it. I think I may have found it, but I just too many photos to keep all in tracks because I'm on. But I will find the photo, no video, and to. If you have any questions, just ask them. Bye, all of you. Yeshua loves you, and I do too. Amen. God bless you. God bless you. Yes, well. I don't know if this is the video. Okay, how do I'm just gonna set it on my Gmail, so I'm gonna talk about another article while I just. As now as this video is sending to my email, so then I will pull it up here. Well, I'm just gonna finish this article here. Warmest February, first at Bornholm since 1884 by Mike Dardryan Ellison. By Mike. Hello everyone. Hello, locked loaded. Do you want to come on this stream? Locked loaded 100%. Do you want to come on this stream? Daily temperatures from Harms Code. We are showing about how warm this Denmark, how this warm Denmark has been. We had over 15 Fahrenheit this month. Some days we're up to 50, and we also already see that there's spring in Denmark basically. And I looked this article through earlier. Study confirms new coronavirus can infect without symptoms. And Denmark made the stupid mistake, as Denmark is not as sometimes not as smart. The leaders of Denmark, I might say, they are not smart. They basically took home the people from the Danish people from Corona places and fly them to Denmark. They did not scan them. They did not scan them if they had the virus. They did not quarantine them. So it basically may be starting soon to be spreading in Denmark. I'm unable right now, brother, but I promise I will next time. God bless you. Locked loaded. Yeah, and is there? Come on, I want this video to be sent over to me. I may have to do this instead on one of my other computers at home, because that's a Mac, and then I can transfer it easier. I will be here in 5 minutes. I just need to put this photo from a Mac. Move this photo from. Oh no, I will then show it later. I'll make a video after this stream about it. But it basically was me outside as I was showing how many cameras there were in the bosses in the bosses in Denmark. There's probably like 5 or 10 cameras in one boss in Denmark. God bless you too. God bless you, brother. Little smiley is doing a great job. Thanks, locked loaded. Thanks for that. Thanks for the good feedback, all of you. God bless you, all of you people. And this growth statue, as I also was talking about. I just need to find it again. This really just looks like. Just going back a bit. This statue basically looks something that's from Babylon. It looks something from Babylon. It's very gross. It's very ungodly. It's very sinful. That's in Copenhagen. It looks something from Babylon. I would say it looks something from the Great Babylon. You see the mask. There's people there that are just all completely naked and are stumbling. It looks something straight out of Babylon. It really does. And this there too. I'm going tomorrow to going there and exposing this statue and taking my Bible there and just showing what that means. So yeah, that will be a good stream tomorrow. That will be a good stream or a video. I will see if I can I will see if I can stream it, because this will be because this will be gone on 21 April, 5 days before my birthday, when I'll be 18. Yeah, I have 26 April. I will be 18. So then I will become a full adult. But what's just if there's Okay, why what Denmark is what there is very that is very satanic. And this what new guidelines end with cross-border sex scenes and what? What has Denmark up to? Several cases, among other against actor James Friends, have made the guidelines correct. Recording sex sentences can be both cross-border and humiliating. This is how it has sounded from several actors over time, but that should be over now, says the actor on the United States Screen Actor Gold SGA. That is way too onion has made. All right, we all throw you a birthday party last year. God bless you. Look loaded. I have to put this comment up. 26 April I will be 18, and then I will be doing a lot more biblical stuff then. In addition, the union recommends that a so-called anti-Mary contra actor be assigned to insult all intimate scenes from kisses to sex. Make sure everyone on the film set is aware of what is going to happen when. The guidelines must signal how. This also shows how evil Hollywood is, how gross and filthy Hollywood is. The guidelines must signal how important it is to do things we can to make it safe for actors, says SAG President Grabel. No information in this article is just from today, I think. What? Sex senses for debate. Acting students had to improve. I don't even want this. Is just this is not good. According German France was carried with sexual explanation. Two former students of the Studio for Acting school where he was teaching. According to prosecutor, he urged his students to perform and improve. Like, oh, skins. This is just gross. This is just gross. Next, it tells two former students rape scenes and all of this. What is going on in this society that we are living? What is going on? We are truly living in the last days. Truly living in this. Hollywood is full of sin. Yes, Hollywood is full of sin. Denmark is also full of sin. Every country is full of sin. But the thing is about Denmark. Denmark has actually the most amount of sexual sin in Denmark. There's a lot of sexual sins in Denmark, and you can already buy alcohol in Denmark when you can seriously buy. I think it was 16% alcohol in Denmark when you are 16 years old. It is fully legal to buy alcohol. When you are 16 years old, it's fully legal to buy alcohol. And that's the thing. There's also a lot of Denmark has probably the most amount of sexual sin there is. Danish people love to sex before marriage and all of that sin. Okay, what? What is? Let's just come up some news article. It is 900 tanks of radioactive water may be on their way to the sea. What? 900 tanks of radiated water may be on the way to the sea. First, this is today outlook. Lots of cooling water has kept the destroyed nuclear power plant in Fukushima under control since 2011, but the waste water accumulated in large tanks around the destroyed nuclear power plant in Fukushima stands almost 1,000 large water tanks that they are filled to the brim with nearly 1.2 million tons of radioactive contaminated water. This is actually kind of a breaking news. I would say this is kind of breaking news. The radioactive water has announced since the Fukushima plant was hit by a devastating tsunami 9 years ago that destroyed the planet cooling system and created fears of a nuclear disaster. See, you are teaching us all. I had no idea that Denmark was so full of sin. Yes, Denmark is very full of sin. Never know you could buy alcohol at 16 years old. Yes, you can. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, just show. Two seconds. Yes, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna. Yeah, here is something that you'll put. What? Okay, then I can see myself. Then I'm gonna show you this, guys. After this article I'm done, I'm gonna show this will blow your mouth about Denmark and show you how sinful Denmark is. But after this article, the radioactive water has accumulated since the Fukushima plant was hit by a devastating tsunami 9 years ago, destroyed by the plant as it had read. Since then, uh, the world is full of sin. Yes, the entire world is full of sin. Very true. The prophet is one. Is very true. Since then, the 3 destroyed reactors have been cooled with water, but the Japanese Alpha writer is no longer know what to do with all the contaminated water used for cooling. Now they are considering dropping the water into the sea, writes the Gordon. However, both local fishermen and neighboring South Korea have objected variously to this plan. Earthquake, tsunami, and radioactive assumes the country's biggest pastime disaster started with an earthquake off the coast of Japan where the Fukushima plant is located. The earthquake triggered tsunami that an hour later hit Japan coast with a 10-meter high tidal wave. The tidal wave tore the Fukushima plant, a cooling system which stands to cool the planet radioactive fragile roads so the nuclear power plant go out of control. One of the plant's reactors managed by explore before it's subjected in stopping a possible meltdown by pumping cooling into the plant. I don't know if I'm the first one saying this article here. It's prevented a company unfortunately unclear account, but on the other hand, that means that ever since year after year, I just need some water. When I'm hearing of water, it makes me drink. But around the plant without having any sure plan on how to dispose of it. No room. Look up how much garbage U.S. Navy ships drops. You drop. Yeah, drops. I will look that up. I will look them up later. I just want to show this article right now and some 2 articles about Denmark. No room for more water tanks. The authorities have now announced that they will be no more no more room for more water takes in 2022. So something has been done, not less in light of the fact that Japanese is hosting the all being James that this year, and that some comparison have to be be held less than 60 kilometers from the destroyed nuclear power plant. Originally, the plan of the owners of the destroyed power plant, Tokyo Electric, was to provide the cooling water for radiation pollution, except for Theum, which is considered relative harmless, and then be discharged onto the sea. But Tokyo Electrical had no knowledge that cleaning has not removed all that dangerous pollution from the waters, and since the water I saw a pop of water thing has accumulated around the planet. I didn't mean right now when you have time up the amount of garbage dumped in the sea daily is mind blowing. Yeah, I will look it up later. Pour it into the sea. Estate scientific criminals. The government's really, that's why you should never trust government. You should only trust God, for He is the one that will save us from all of this. You should never trust the government. If somebody do things like this, why do we even have a government like this? A state scientific commission has now propounded the problem and has come to the conclusion that there are two options: either by letting the water run into the sea or by letting the water evaporate from the tanks. They recommended the first solution. In terms of evaporation, it is safer to let the water run into the sea. I'm getting very thirsty. I'm getting very thirsty by reading about water. The commission, according to the Guardian, the Japanese Atomic Energy Commission has calculated that if the continued water is to be dealt with clean clean water so much that it fills below the limit value before being powered into the ocean, it can take up to 17 years to dispose of all of that current water. South Korea protesters neighboring South Korea a few hundred kilometers away on the other side of the Korean Strait takes the problem very seriously and has objected to the idea of pouring water into the sea. The country has mentioned a ban on imports of Japanese seafood since 2011 and has said that South Korea is particular partners in this year. All Paris will bring both countries and their own one's food when traveling to Japan. And I actually have a story. I don't know. Was it 2004 when that big tsunami hit China, Japan? Because I remember one of my teacher in school said that his brother was actually in China that day when the tsunami hit, and he was about to go to he was on the way to a ship for a vacation to an island. But when they were on the ship leader said that the waves are returning, that a tsunami came, so they run away. And luckily, his brother is still alive, and he didn't die from that. The Sapphire Sea is an island of floating trash. Sapphires. Oh, I will look it up later. So the prophet easy one says, I want to know how many of you believes in UFOs and how many of you believes in fallen angels. I personally believe that UFOs are fallen angels. I just want to know what all of you opinion is on that subject. And I want to talk. Yeah, this is gonna blow your minds how sinful Denmark is. This is gonna show you how sinful there, and I also have this, and I also have this another. What was it called? Hold now. Uh, let me just read read this. This is how sinful Denmark is. They literally made a post, and they also used the evil number. I don't like the number. There's someone that's the number of Satan. 6 things you probably didn't know about drinking in Denmark. So you've signed up for first this Swagman Nordic rock tour. Luckily you are ready to get your drink on up north. You've started up on participating in regular and have a pretty good grasp on the beer since in Hamburg, Germany. But how do you make sure you don't get sick out like a score tumble while you are drinking in Denmark? Denmark has also a special day. Just trying to find a special day. What was this day? I'm just trying to find out. It's because a special sinful day in Denmark, a very sinful, a pretty sinful day in Denmark tradition. If I probably will find it to the next stream. But basically a day of sin. It's a day. I don't remember what day was called, but it's before December. It's a day where basically where a new beer comes into Denmark. When the beer is through the entire winter, and that first day on Friday, almost 80% of the Danish people are out and partying, getting stoked, and then the next day they are all throwing up, basically. And teenagers are out and partying. Tiny good, God bless you, and yours as always, locked, loaded, 100%. God bless you all. There's no. This is funny. That's creepy. There is no age requirement for drinking alcohol in Denmark. Yes, it is true that Denmark doesn't have a legal drinking age requirement, but before you get too excited, know that the Danes do have laws in place to prevent remorse from buying alcohol. For example, if you want to buy some Turbot beer in the store, you have to be at least 16 years old. In fact, the rule applies to buying alcohol between 1.2 to 116.5 slash lol throwing up and hungover. Yes, Denmark is actually a very sinful country. I love seafood, but since the Fukushima accident, I don't eat seafood from the Pacific Ocean. That's actually a pretty good idea. The profit easy one. All in fact, that rule applies to buying alcohol between 1.2% to 16 years old. In fact, the rule applies to them to buying alcohol between 1.2 to 16 ABV in stores. Want to buy active with it ABV of 37 plus 5. You will be out of luck until you are 18, when you can purchase alcohol that's above 16.5 in stores. Plus, to be served alcoholic drinkers in the restaurants, bars, and clubs, you have to be over 18. So that's a good thing. You have to be over 18. But hey, if your parents give you a sip of beer at dinner, we won't judge, and Danes won't either. It's socially acceptable for Danes Danish young to drink alcohol after they have been confirmed in the confirmed in the church. That shows you how sinful the kind of the Danish church is. Why don't you eat fish from the Pacific? You don't want to grow extra fingers and that was like that. That's actually a pretty good one. Locked and loaded. Beer will always remain a popular in Denmark, but in fact it fears staff comparison from wine. Beer is wholly popular. Yeah, beer is extremely popular in Denmark. Beer is wholly popular in Denmark and has been part of Danish circle for almost 5,000 years, according to the Denmark official. Yeah, skål. Yeah, Denmark. It's the only word you need to know when it is when drinking in Denmark. Skål. That means when you get 2 beers and bump and say skål. That shows you how sinful Denmark is. It's totally fine to drink at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. Okay, that I didn't know either. You read that right, and you don't even have to use Sunday Basil Bunch as an exclusion. As it turns out, some Danes drink a thin brown barrier called Gammel Dansk in the morning. What is Gammel Dansk called Gammel in the morning? Their breakfast. Gammel Dansk, a strong, bitter ale, consists of 29 types of herbs, species, and flowers, including nutmeg, star anise, and the deep despot being around since 1964. However, the recipe still remains as strict or you probably won't be too worried about that if you are drinking in Denmark that early in the morning anyways. Sounds okay. You can hear me, right? Yeah, it sure does. You want to learn a Danish drinking song or two? Danish people love group singing where it's for your birthday or out at the local bar. Turns out they may be on to something. Research onto singing has shown that singing together release the happy hormone oxytocin, which lowers stress and increase feelings of trust and body. Denmark, when it comes, yeah, that's the special, that's the special beer. Got to, but that's the special I was talking about. The Danes have a special. Oh yes, now they're talking about this holiday. Good. I did already have to look for it. It's already here. The Danish have a special holiday to celebrate Christmas beer. It's called Yule Day. That's what it was called, and it's not on any official calendar. No matter this widely celebrate holiday in Denmark, it is the day that Tuber Brewery released Julebryg, its annually limited edition Christmas. Loud and clear. Good. I want to grocery store and they were giving sample shots of Crown Royal in Bottom Roach. Royal in Barton. Okay, where is that? Where is that actually? Which country? The tenor. Well, let me just on the first Friday of November at specifically 8:49 p.m. each year, locals take to the streets and party until there were hours of the night with said Christmas beer. While it sounds a bit like the informers Santa, people in Denmark do dress up with Santa hats and elf. I'm gonna show a video about that holiday. That's a really weird, strange holiday Denmark has. For instance, this day is all about celebrating the coming of Christmas and the joys of Christmas beer. As a country with actually holiday horroring beer. Book us on the next flight so we can start drinking in Denmark. The beer looks nasty. Beer. Okay, the beer. Okay, another fact. Danish, Danish likes very sweet. There's probably sugar in beers. They like. I'm gonna show you a video about this day. I just have to show you guys a video about this day. I hope I can find a video about it. Yeah. This is a video that's about the holiday. I'm gonna show you this, but yeah, this just proves that how sinful Denmark actually can be. I'm gonna put a voice. Okay, you got no audio. Hello, can you hear me now? You may not. Okay, this is actually. It's back. Okay, good. This is yeah, this is what the day I was talking about. See what this is. This is what the day is about, really. Denmark. Seriously, in Denmark, people love to party. Denmark parties a lot, almost every day, basically. Every weekend in Denmark, teenagers goes out and parties. This just shows that Denmark is actually a pretty sinful a really sinful country. So I can't hear the video. You was screaming. Oh, sorry. And it's 90% of Danes that celebrate this day. I'm gonna see if I can find another video where it actually shows a car pulling up. Yes. Not a video, but an article how that day goes. So this is all the one this year, that's they actually come out with. It's a day that a lot of Danes celebrate. It's a sinful day. It's a sinful day. While you are the right spiritual track, little smiley, stay away from those people. Yes, that's right. That's right. And then there was a very sinful thing, but I think it's very sinful that they actually have a special day in the Denmark, and it's also a bit fun that Denmark actually has a day like this, where almost all people are in the bars and drinking till they're all drunk. And then next day, as Danish culture, that they then after this day, okay, then you what? Then you were outside. This is every Friday. And the day after, all people are sick and tired of that day. I didn't actually know either that this exists. We celebrate them, but I found out it's a bit. It's very sinful that 90% of Danish are out on the street drinking and all of that in public. And yeah, in Denmark, it is totally legal to drink in the public and totally go and drink in the public. Well, you are right, spiritual. Did you? So now you have got some few facts about how sinful Denmark is. So yes, this is kind of what Denmark is. It's a very sinful nation in Europe. It's a very sinful nation in Europe, Denmark. I'm gonna see if I can find an article about actually how sinful Denmark is. I just want. So yes, and I hope Denmark will soon probably see be. I think Denmark's gonna be getting a big judgment because of all of the sin day Denmark has done. They literally have a day where they celebrate a beer. Literally a day where they celebrate a beer. Well, yeah. That's just to tell you that Denmark is pretty sinful. And then British exit. This article I also want to get and talk about a bit. British. I just need. Uh, I translate this page so all guys can. British Brexit has been implemented. It will take a long time to heal this country. Thousands of British have celebrated leaving the country, but for many British, there there was nothing to celebrate. On some questions, the clever fellows get it wrong, and the damn fool get it right. Sometimes the smart devices are wrong, and all the fools get it right. This is how a leading writer puts out the Brexit Brexit exit, how being carried out in Financial Times newspaper with an old quote from Loder. This is also it is actually a biblical thing that Brexit has actually exited this country, has exited Europe. It is pretty biblical, and the reasons why. So I actually don't remember why in scriptures it says, but it's just what I was got talks out of my head that actually like the European nations, Europe will actually never become one nation. Europe will never become one nation. The only place where they will is when the worldwide government, when the enterprise come, then everything will be in one. But Europe will never come together. And God said that. I don't remember where it actually was in Bible. I will try to look it up to next stream. But the thing is, because we are, and then the Roman into the when the Romans the Romans tried to take control of entire Europe, but that failed. Then other few leaders have tried actually trying to make Europe to one government, and Hitler also tried that. Hitler also tried that. And all of them have failed, and also now that also UN tried to make every country into one nation basically, and that failed because Brexit had exited Europe. That's pretty biblical. So this is biblical that they've actually exited the country. As ways to singers, I will need to find something cool. I will mute my mic for a second while I find this. I'm just going to be 2 seconds muted. Hello, can you all hear me now? It is funny. It is really welcome. And I just said you are absolutely correct. Lockload. Do you mean that about that Europe will never become a nation? Never become one nation? Because I will sit down this with British. It's really fun to see. Really amazing to see how many biblical stuff are happening now in this year and last year. Like that last year that Israel became 70 years, and it was 70 years ago when all of this in just 70 years. Now it's 71 years, but it was 70 years ago that Israel became a nation. And since that, the electronics, all the electronics and all computers, all of the technology has just spread to the entire world. Like we now, just 10 years ago, we didn't have smartphones. There was no screens. All there was flip phones and all of this. It's amazing. In just 70 years, we saw the rise of electronics when Israel was restored. It's really amazing what biblical stuff is actually going on. There's a lot of biblical stuff going on right now. I've never seen so much biblical stuff that is happening in this week. In this week, that's been happening, like this disease, and I really also think that this disease is biblical, and the disease is actually a bioweapon. I think it's actually a bioweapon because no way that the way it has been spreading. And again, I want to show you this. If I just can find this real quick. I don't know if I've saved it. I know, but yeah, what I want to say that absolutely locked, loaded, absolutely great to see you understand that we are living in the last days. We are living in the last days, and also the seasons, they are also starting to be upside down. Like it's already spring in Denmark. It's already spring in Denmark. It's already spring in Denmark. That's all I can say. It's already spring in Denmark. It's not winter. It has not been winter this year. I would say. Must say we had a very long we did not have a winter this year. Basically, we didn't. We only had like probably, I think probably a week of where a week of where it was minus. I don't mean a week. I mean throughout the month we only probably had around 1 week, where there was cold, where it was cold. But it has been really warm to them. Like, I could probably have been outside with my jacket on. I took my big jacket on outside when I was out earlier today, and I had to zip open it because I was feeling a bit hot, and already the plants are starting to spring. Plants are springing. Trees are starting to spread. Uh, Block loaded. 100% exactly. Coronavirus is definitely bio. Yeah, it is a bioweapon. Exactly. Considered it's definitely a bioweapon. It is one. Yeah, I agree with you that 100%. It is a bioweapon because the way it has been spreading. The way it has been spreading, I really want to find this book. I will find this book. I have it on my. Where is? And I also think that with the Donald Trump impeachment, all of that, I think it kind of was a bit of a distraction. It was a bit of a kind of a joke with the impeachment. I think it was more like to distract people from this virus. If you should ask me. And I do support Trump, even though in Denmark I support him. I wish we had a leader kind of like him in Denmark, if I should say, because we have in Denmark here social democrats, and I don't like them. I don't like them what they're doing to this country. Where was it? I just will find it in a moment. And this is actually what actually made me actually realize that this is probably a bioweapon. I think this yes, this made me this what I'm just gonna show you right. This made me actually realize that it is a bioweapon. This I found a few weeks ago, I think. News and events. Pandemic simulator use Gates Dagmar. I don't think this is an accident. I was gonna show you. So yeah, and look and try take close action how this virus spreads and see if it looks similar to the way the coronavirus is spreading and where it came from. I really feel like it's a bioweapon, and that they actually stopped at and they were done. And why did they use the number 6? It's we are living in the last days. Total deaths, and I wonder if this actually are the real deaths of how long. I wonder if these are probably the real deaths. If you said, I think, and I think more probably even above that, where it looks really like the way. Jeep Jen, hello beautiful patons of amazing of America. God bless us all. Bossy, but I will be listening. God bless you. Wow, exactly. I started from China. Wow, look, I'm gonna start off. They exactly started from China. It spread it, and this virus is already in Finland, and Sweden also has it. Well, it looks almost accurate how this virus is spreading. I wonder if actually those deaths are pretty real. I think it's actually those. I think this is actually, and this is the pandemic simulator in May 2018 simulator used in Gates Starlock lecture on April. Bill Gates was featured speaking of this Star Trek held during the 2018 annual education program for the annual meeting of Massachusetts Medical Joseph and New England generally medicine Gates. And this is also from this. If we go here, what I have. Yes, yeah, again, if anyone wants to come if anyone wants to come and speak with me live, you can. I will send you an invite link. There in this website. If some of you want to do a bit more research on this, I will just post this link here in the chat. If some of you want to do. Book, yes, right. Everything is booking here. If everyone wants to look more into this and that, then we can do it. But as basically, as I do, this is basically a research channel. It looks really. This actually in this partners like the length and also one thing that Bill Gates is also a partner in. Maybe you have heard of this, maybe not. Just looking at them. Maybe you have heard about this or not. But yeah, Bill Gates support this, and he also supports. I promise it come up on your next live stream. Okay, Bill. Okay, loaded 100%. Because Bill Gates also support this company, but he also supports this. He also supports this Bill Gates. 1.1 billion ID 2020 alliance. I don't know if this is the mark of the beast or maybe a precursor to this, but it is a bit suspicious that a company like Microsoft actually supports this. Microsoft supports this, and an order elite persons support this. Elite members support it. It's a bit suspicious. Identity is virtually practical economy and the socially opportunity, but systems of identification are achieving insecure lack additional privacy protection, and for over a billion people in established legal ID is being defined now, and we need to get it right. Yeah, you need get it right. You need to get it right with God. You need to get right with God. That's what this company needs. They need to get right with the God, not mocking the Antichrist and all of this. I don't know if this is the mark of the beast, but it could be it or maybe not. Of course, they talk about Bill Gates in yeah. Actually, I have also been doing a bit more research on that Agenda 21, and they are definitely trying to kill us down via vaccines and all of that. Because I remember last time I had a vaccine, I I became sick the next day. Since that time, I'm not taking any vaccines. I'm not taking them. I'm not taking them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Wait, what? Sweden. Okay, that makes me even a bit more suspicious now. That Sweden is part of this because Sweden already has the mark, or people are already there. 2 seconds. I will quick find this. So 2 seconds. Just trying to find this on my secondary browser. I'm just trying to find this article. Okay. So let's see if there's any videos about it. Yeah, here we go. This is biblical. This is biblical. What I'm about to show you. This is what Sweden is. Because I think it's kind of funny that Sweden is actually part of this ID20 alliance, and why I think this is because of this. This is what is happening in Sweden. Is still happening. This from 2018. Why thousands of Swedes have inserted microchip under their skins. Roughly 3,500. Now it's probably way more. Now it's probably way more than that because this article is from 2018. So now it's probably way more people that I have inserted it there have had microchips inserted into their bodies, essentially turning their hands into contact-less credit cards, key cards, and even rail cards. The chips inserted into animals is injected into their back of hand between the thumb and index finger. Experts say the trend reference Swedish love affair with biohacking. Biohacking refers to experimenting in biomedic, including wetware hacking with biological biological materials and transhumanism that believe that the human race can evolve beyond its physical limits through science and technology. Science is a lot of science. There is some good science of the trust in God, but many of them are evil. And those science are also creating these kinds of virus for the evil. And technology. The Swedish government has also invested heavily in creating a digital economy, and Sweden's central bank has discussed issuing a new digital currency, that e-kron. Last year, a software company in US made waves by injecting many of their employees with microchips that serve a similar function to the once being injected in Sweden. Todd West, by the CEO of a company there, Square Marks, wrote eventually this technology will become standardized or allowing you to use this as your passport, public transit, all purchasing opportunities each. That's exactly what happening in Sweden. Locked loaded 100%. Good job. Thanks for that. That's exactly what happening in Sweden. The YouTube video below is in Swedish, but it shows how the train travelers can now use their chip to board the train. The system works by registering each passenger with a membership. This is biblical. This is biblical. Membership numbers which stored in the microchip and are monitored and updated via an app on the customer smartphone. This I'm gonna show. I'm just gonna just take it off for it and just pause whether it. I think it's really good with a chipped ticket. I love all companies that uses the chip technology. So is the first traveler company in the world to enable passengers to use microchip implants to veil their tracks. The microchip implant technology is quite new and it's growing in popularity. We at Ash Y'all wants to try out new technologies together with customers. The microchip uses NFC near field commonly great technology. But how does it work? The customer writes their Your Peruna membership number on the chip, which is probably the moment when the train crew scans the chip, they will see the ticket in their system. So it's very convenient for the customer. Convenient. There are about 2,500 to 3,000 people with a microchip implant in Sweden. Now it's probably way more. So why is Ashjol doing this? It came as a request from some of our business tier who wants to use their microchip implants for train travel. We could accomplish that with some minor development. I'm really excited about this. I think this can be a part of where we see a future socially free of keys, cards and paper to a great extent. You got everything in your hand. It's smarter socially and hopefully a more subsidence socially. The microchip tracks tickets is being traveled with as your premium membership customers and the project will be assumed on Origin. And that's biblical. This no one can say this is biblical. This is biblical. This is biblical. Of course they talk about Bill Gates in what I'm probably gonna end this stream now. I've been streaming along. I didn't expect to be streaming that much, but God led me to share a bit more news, a bit more truths. And I thanks for God to let me share more truths. But the thing is, you should not take this mark of this, and probably all of those that are gonna resist this will be killed for it. Will probably come to all the nations soon. But God bless you all, and I pray for you are having a wonderful day. I pray that all evil spirits around this world will be destroyed by the name Jesus. O Yeshua. Amen. And I pray for that the truth shall be exposed to all nations, and that they shall come to the truth understanding of the cross of Jesus. O Yeshua. Amen. Pray for all of you people that are following. I pray for that God will strengthen you in the mighty way of Jesus. I pray for that He will bring you closer to the scriptures and closer to the truth, and lead you to the right direction. Amen. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day in Jesus' name. Amen.